group of bullies aggressively broke into someone's farmhouse. Grandma was about to confront them, but then, the next moment, seeing her grandma lying in front of her, Jane was utterly heartbroken. She lunged at them like a madwoman, wanting to fight them to the death, but her strength was limited. She was knocked unconscious as soon as she charged. Seeing this, the villains figured things had already gone too far, so they might as well finish the job. They decided to kill them both. So, the rich kid immediately ordered his men to drag them inside. Then they set the house on fire, faking it as if they had set themselves ablaze. They then quickly left. The fire was getting bigger and bigger. Luckily, Jane was choked awake at that moment. She looked confused at the smoke-filled room and her grandma lying motionless on the floor. Only then did she remember that everything that had just happened was real. Jane was instantly overcome with grief, but the current situation didn't allow her to stay any longer. Helpless, Jane had to escape through the back door. Standing on the hilltop, watching the thugs who hadn't gone far, Jane suddenly had a bold idea. Even if it meant dying, she would avenge her deceased grandma. So, Jane secretly followed them to their base, while the guard wasn't looking.
I swear this is just a job for me. I'm only a driver.
Luckily, Jane reacted quickly, grabbing the knife in his hand and stabbing it deep into his thigh. Seeing the thugs were already pursuing her, Jane had no choice but to run as fast as she could. She had thought that since she grew up here, she would have an advantage with the terrain. She could easily take the lead. But in this moment, Jane, due to nerves and fear, ran carelessly to the edge of a cliff. Seeing that she had nowhere left to run, and the thugs had already caught up. Faced with such a situation, Jane could only pretend to surrender. Then, catching them off guard, she turned and leaped off the cliff. When the thugs rushed forward, Jane had already been swept away by the river, but thankfully, she managed to climb ashore using a log. Although she was exhausted, at least her life was saved. Jane now had no way back. Even if she gave up, the thugs wouldn't let her go. To be safe, after a short rest, Jane immediately tied up her hair and made a simple bow from a stick. She was ready to fight the thugs, and this time, it was success or nothing. Meanwhile, the thugs on the other side were also searching for her, guns in hand. Luckily, Jane, hidden behind a tree, saw this clearly. So, without hesitation, she immediately drew the bowstring. But when the thugs looked in that direction, they couldn't find Jane anywhere. With one in the open and the other hidden, the thugs didn't dare to act rashly. Just as they were discussing what to do, Jane suddenly leaped, jumping down from the small hillside. The sound immediately caught the thugs' attention.
On your way! Don't leave me here!
But when they chased after her, they found Jane had vanished again. But the persistent thugs didn't give up. However, they didn't know that someone was hanging under the bridge.